Hello everyone, it's GlitchNOut, and we are back here in One Block Skyblock in this endless void where we started with that one block that is right behind me. I have done a small amount of work since the last episode, and this basically meant that I made this whole platform of wood, or the outline, a lot smaller, or around 2 blocks smaller, so that we don't need quite as much dirt to fill it in, because I realized that this is Skyblock and our only real source of dirt is taking the gravel and the dirt and turning it into coarse dirt and mining the dirt from the block, which we aren't going to get that much of, and we also need it for other projects such as our farms. So I decided to just make the whole thing a little bit smaller, scale down the project a little bit, because I don't want to spend endless hours just grinding at this block, though we are actually going to be, ironically, starting off the episode with mining the block, because if you notice down below, I'm still using a wooden axe, and that is because I have pretty much run out of cobblestone from our project over there. Probably not the most useful or efficient use of my stone, but hey, we're here now, and I think, yeah, let's start off with a little bit of block breaking. A wolf. Now, the only problem with this is that, do I have any bones? I do not, and I guess I can just take a lead and put this guy off to the side, because as of right now, he is going to try and kill my sheep, as you can hear right now. So I'm going to go ahead and bring him over here just a little bit, craft a fence, and then maybe keep him over in this farming area so he doesn't reach the actual sheep, because those are pretty useful, in fact way more useful than this wolf at the moment, so I want to try and preserve their life. Okay, here we go. Right, oh my gosh, it's gonna die. There we go. Okay, you're safe for now until I can get some bones. A stray has spawned. Oh my gosh. Please do not kill me. I have a lot to live for. Goodbye. Quite a close call there. What is going to be in our variety chest today? Yep, bones, mushrooms, and apples. The first two aren't going to be very useful, but these bones actually might be. Please, oh, okay. Very sad. You will be my pet one day, wolf. Don't worry. We have officially come across our first block that we are incapable of breaking on this one block, so we are going to have to take our iron, put it into a furnace, smelt it up, and then make an iron pickaxe so that we can mine this gold ore and continue our progression. 3 iron should be enough, or it should not, it will be enough, and hopefully, because we're getting an iron or a gold ore, that means that we are going to be getting some more valuable resources soon, such as diamonds or perhaps lapis even. No, oh my, these guys are a problem. I'm sorry, I don't normally do this, but yep, I'm merciless. I will not let these beasts kill my chickens, not today. What's in our chest right here? Oh, is this the game reminding me of last episode? That's harsh, one block, very harsh. My main project for this video is going to be making a hostile mob farm so that we can get all of the good loot that we can from the hostile mob drops, because I don't really want to be making a random platform out in the void and then dueling the monsters in an epic battle, because honestly, I'm just not really into that kind of stuff. I don't really want to spend my time fighting hostile mobs out in the void, because, you know, the chance of death is very high. But yes, we are going to be making a hostile mob farm, a pretty simple one that you have probably seen in a lot of other Skyblock series. So I'm going to go ahead and work on gathering a few materials, and then we are going to get straight into this build. Wow, Glitch, you're actually being productive for once? Yes. Yes, I am. Or am I? I probably should have saved those. The wood gathering is now complete, and we have enough wood to make our whole mob farm, hopefully. I've decided that this area over here in front of me is going to be where we build our hostile mob farm, and then on that side is going to be our farming area. So I will probably move this crop farm at some point, but for now we'll just keep it here, and I'm going to go ahead and go right behind this little contraption right here, destroy it, and then build a platform slightly down, and then we can construct our mob farm. If you didn't know, the lower you go down in a Minecraft world, the larger the amount of hostile mob spawns there are going to be. So by making your hostile mob farm lower, you actually increase the spawn rates of it, which is something that, you know, is pretty good. Oh, I'm falling. Uh-oh. This is not good. I've just probably doomed myself. Oh. I almost just died. I did not realize how close I just came to death. That was very terrifying. I am honestly still terrified of what just happened. I can't believe I almost died this early in the series, but here we are, and I've gone ahead and set up the area where the mobs are going to be falling. Unfortunately, it is going to be a even or 2x2 block center, which means that it is going to lose some of its symmetry, which is, you know, it's unfortunate, but we'll move on. And hopefully I can set up some sort of storage system over here so that we don't have to worry about it too much. But to start off, I'm going to be making a tunnel or a tube that goes up 23 blocks so that when the mobs fall, they will be a one-hit kill. And I'm going to be doing this out of slabs to save on some materials because I am very stingy, as some of you may know, or maybe not know, because sometimes I can also be very wasteful. But this is going to go up 23 blocks. Let's do that real quick. The tube is now complete, and this is looking actually kind of cool. It's not the biggest of builds, but it is pretty interesting, and the way the slabs kind of show the other side of the sky, it kind of gives it a nice unique look. And once you're on top, you can really see how high this actually is. So that is how far the mobs are going to have to fall in order to be a one-shot. That is exactly 23 blocks. So to start off, we're going to go off 8 blocks in each direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what this does is creates this is going to be where we have a water channel that will push the mobs all the way to the center, and water can only flow 8 blocks, so that's pretty perfect. We're going to go ahead and do that in each direction. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and raise the walls up around these water channels by 2 blocks so that the mobs can't get out once they're inside, just like this. And I'd also almost forgotten that how expensive it is to build these kind of farms. Just so many blocks to make a spawning area or an artificial spawning area for the mobs to spawn. Way more than I remember, because I thought this was going to be enough, but honestly, I'm not sure anymore. And the next step to this build is going to be filling in this entire area, except for the water channels. So we're going to be connecting up the lines here and over there, and then making one big square for the mobs to spawn. The next step to the build after completing the platforms is going to be raising the walls by another 2 blocks, and then we are just going to go ahead, put a roof on top of that, and fill in the water channels, and that will be the entire build finished. I really should have used slabs instead of full blocks for the spawning platform, as now I'm probably not going to have enough wood to complete the entire build. Scratch that, I am definitely not going to have enough wood to finish this build. I've officially run out of wood, and it is still nighttime, so I think I'm going to go ahead and set up the water channels while I'm up here, because I don't think it would be a good idea to leave this area when it's not lit up. So yeah, let's go ahead, just set these water channels up. As you can see, the water will only go right up to the edge of the tube, no farther, so we won't have any spillage issues unless a creeper blows up in the farm, which I find very unlikely. Luckily, it does not look like there is a ton of time until the sun rises and a new day begins, so I think we should actually just take a minute and watch the sunrise. With a little bit of tree chopping, the wood supplies are now refilled, and we can continue working on the project. Looks like I did forget to replant the mega spruce tree though. Before I go ahead and put in the roof, I'm going to go ahead and put a few slabs on the ground, and this is basically to make sure that there are no spiders spawning, because spiders basically ruin the efficiency of your farm as they get stuck in this area right here. They can climb the walls and all of that good stuff, or bad stuff actually, that we don't want. So I'm just going to go ahead, put a few slabs. We're making sure that there is no 3x3 area where the spiders can spawn, because spiders do need a 3x3 area to spawn, not a 2x2. I'm fairly certain, I looked up on the wiki, but this should prevent all of the spiders from spawning, which is very nice because spiders, they are bad for mob farms. Very bad and very annoying. I am also going to go ahead and put in the trapdoors for this build, and this basically just makes it so that the mobs will walk into the water chamber as they view the trapdoors as full blocks, so they'll walk and fall straight into it, which is very nice. I love it when we have the perfect amount of materials for a build. It just feels so satisfying. For the roof of the build, I'm going to be using the slabs, and this does 2 things. 1, reduces the amount of materials needed for the build, and 2, makes it so that no mobs will be able to spawn on top, and I don't have to place any torches to get rid of the mob spawns. So this is a double win. And just like that, the build is now finished. Hopefully we'll be getting some spawns. And should I do this? I feel like this is not very responsible, but let's go. Water drop. I'm gonna go ahead and sleep, and then we'll go ahead and test out this farm. Okay, coming down here, is this going to work? It does look like all of our, or the majority of our mobs are dying, but some are living, in fact, and we are getting quite a few mob spawns, which is very, very wonderful. I think I am going to raise this platform up by 1 block just so we have a 100% living rate, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, this is the definition of quick and dirty, and wow, there are a lot of mobs up there. Let's go ahead and break this down right now. I'm very scared that something bad is going to happen, but oh, back up. Oh my gosh. No, why did I do that? Goodbye. That was oh, okay. Well, you know, there are silver linings. Let's go ahead and quickly break this while we still can, because the mobs should have all despawned by now. Yep, there we go. I tried to run away because I thought that one of the skeletons was going to hit a creeper and make it explode. So yeah, that was a little bit unfortunate, but I guess the farm is working now. So, and we didn't have that much stuff other than a bunch of wood. It appears that a creeper has died, and the skeleton has, or a zombie has died as well. Was this all for nothing? Oh, that's sad. Let me just spend a little bit of time and fix this up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The mob farm should be working very nicely now. And this is just so satisfying. Considering I died for this farm, I think it's definitely worth it. Let's go ahead and take some of our underground chests and just plop them down maybe right here for now. And there we go. That should be some nice storage for us to use until we make up something more permanent. And just like that, we now have a very nice functioning mob farm. And we did lose a lot of wood for it, but yep, we're getting a lot of stuff, and the bone meal should help us to get all of that wood back. I think we should maybe make a ladder to go up to the farm so we can do some maintenance on it, because I am very curious how that spider spawned in the farm despite the countermeasures that we made to prevent that. It has been a little while since that last clip, and I've done a little bit of resource collecting to get a bit of wood, which I've crafted into some trapdoors and ladders. I've also waited for these mobs to gather here so we can have a little bit of a satisfying moment where we just go around and kill all of the mobs in this area. I have done this quite a few times. It's just so satisfying. As you can see by my levels, I have 37 of them, which is quite a few considering that we are only on, let's see, day 19. So yeah, I think, oh, we just got an iron sword, which is actually pretty cool. I guess a zombie in there had an iron sword and dropped it. But yeah, let's go ahead, come over here. All we have to do is take our trapdoors and just layer them upwards until we get to the top of the mob farm. I've tried to line this up perfectly so that it will be a nice, perfect, yeah, it should be good. My calculations were correct. Why can I, yeah, okay, there we go. And then we can go ahead and break this slab and just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and just go all the way back down to the bottom. And then once we have that, we can place our ladders in. I am going to place a slab right here, I think. Yep, so that we can get onto this area right here. And if we hop in there, look inside, there are quite a few spiders in there, which I'm quite confused about, because we have the slabs here, which should be preventing the spawns, but maybe not. I'm very confused. Let me do a little bit of research, and then I'll see if we can come up with a solution to those spiders, which we don't want, because they are taking up part of the mob cap, which means that we are getting less mobs, or less other hostile mobs spawning in the farm, which basically means that we'll have lower rates, and the rates will continue to get lower as time goes on until we're basically getting a very low amount of hostile mobs, which we do not want. After quite a bit of testing, I have come up with a simple solution to fix our spider spawning problem, and all we have to do is actually change the orientation of the slabs, which will be very easy considering that once we get all these mobs out of here, no more will spawn, and we will have free reign of the place until we go back down there. So let me clear out all these mobs, and then we can work on the new slab orientation. I just realized that I've been playing on easy mode this entire time. What am I doing? Did the map automatically put me on easy mode? We are not an easy mode channel. We are a hard mode channel. I was wondering why the spiders seem to be doing absolutely no damage to me at all. Now that we have that out of the way, let's work on the new slab orientation. We're gonna have one here, 1 block away from the corner, and then another one 2 blocks apart, and one more like that. And then we're gonna do that 2 more times so that we have 9 slabs just like this. And this fixes the issue of the spider spawning in the actual farm, which is pretty nice. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this a few more times, and then I'll show you guys how this actually works. Maybe we'll even bring in a little bit of replay mod footage to see how changing the orientation of the slabs gets rid of all those pesky spiders. I am down here in the killing chamber after fixing the slabs, and I actually have the replay mod going right now, so we should be able to see a view of the actual spawning area, and hopefully we will see that there are no spiders. So I'm just gonna sit here for a while and kill a bunch of mobs to see or test that we aren't getting any spiders, because I did do this in a testing world, but I didn't do it for a super long time, so I don't know if it's going to work the whole time, and maybe we'll get the occasional spider, but that will definitely be better than the amount that we were previously getting. With all of these new bones, I am finally able to tame this dog, or wolf at the minute, and wow, this is taking quite a few bones, but there we go. We now have a new best friend. I can finally unleash you because I know that you won't be doing any harm to my sheep. We can put our one lead back in the chest, and we do need a name for this dog, so make sure to put a comment with #dog and then your name suggestion for the dog if you have any suggestions for the name. Because yeah, we do need a name for this guy. I'm not just gonna call him Dog for the whole series, but I guess for this episode we do have to, because we do not have any alternate name. But there is actually another thing that I want to get done, and that involves breeding these two mushroom cows like this. But we're gonna take one of these mushroom cows, bring him out of the pen, and then put him in a small area that will act like a vending machine for it, and actually put this chicken back in here. That was a very risky jump, but yeah, if we come over here, I'm just gonna go ahead and put a few slabs down just like this, and I am going to change the design of this thing very soon, but for now this is just a very crude thing that we can use to have a mushroom cow mushroom stew vending machine. That's a little bit of a mouthful. Let's see, how are we going to get this mushroom cow out of the pen without getting the other animals out? Let's see, if we push this guy out of the way, this one seems to be in a pretty good position to do so, and I should just be able to open the gate and push him through. Oh, that's actually very easy. Then we can take our wheat once we open this gate and just lead him over to here, and then hop up here maybe and drop him into this area right here. Put this in my offhand to distract him, and there we go. We now have a nice area for our mushroom cow to sit, and I do want to tidy this thing up a little bit, so just give me a second, and hopefully when we come back this will look a little bit nicer, because right now it's a bit ugly. I think this looks quite a bit better than what we had before. It's definitely not anything too complicated, but using a little bit of Minecraft trickery, we are able to trap this mushroom cow in here. And although I think I need to do a little bit of redesigning. Of course you would pick that exact time to jump out. Why? Okay, this is a lot simpler, and hopefully it should keep the mushroom cow in. Even more Minecraft trickery is being used here, so I think it should be okay. I'm gonna keep an eye on that thing, because I definitely don't want him escaping. But yeah, we now have a nice little vending machine almost for the mushroom stew, or mushroom stew, not mushroom stew. For the last part of this episode, I think I want to do a little bit of mining on the block, because as of right now, we actually haven't done that much in this episode, and this technically is the whole focus of the entire series. So let's get right into some block breaking. Hopefully we'll be able to get to at least block 1000 in today's video. I'm not sure, but I think that should be pretty easily achievable considering that we're already at 850. So let's get right into this. It looks like we have another wolf, so let's go ahead and take some of the bones that we have somewhere and tame this guy. Second wolf, here we go. 2 dogs now. Make sure to leave your name suggestions for this dog as well in the comments. Dog 1, dog 2, or I guess it's dog 1, dog 2. And who knows, maybe one day we'll have a huge dog army. A polar bear. Hello, friend. I'm not sure what I want to do with you necessarily, because you're a bit big and I don't have any space for you at the minute, so I hate to say it, but sayonara. Goodbye. A monster party has appeared. Oh, okay. And it seems to have broken a bunch of the blocks around my starting area. That's not wonderful. Why did it do that? Why did it break all those blocks? That's not cool. I think it's definitely time to move that chest because, yeah, everything just got destroyed mercilessly. Let's just go ahead and put it right here for now. And hopefully this will be far enough away that it won't destroy everything every single time a mob party spawns. My dog almost died as well, which would have been incredibly sad. So this guy definitely needs to move as well. One more block to go and we will have hit 1,000 blocks. So I think that is where I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. I'm sorry if the commentary in this video has been a little bit lacking. I have not been feeling the best throughout the recording of this one, but I definitely wanted to still record it and get it done and get this video out to you guys. So hopefully the video, oh my gosh, what have I done? What? Oh my, 48 levels. We are just going to go ahead and ignore that. What just happened? Never happened. But yeah, this has been GlitchNOut, and I would like to say goodbye everyone.